Rana, everybody, the last video about how visualization options influence and affect the result which we see, even if it's only one result which we obtain during calculation. And we today talk about the Ansys software, but not Ansys mechanical, or not the modern one, which some people called Ansys Workbench, but about Ansys Classic or Ansys Mechanical APDL. So, this is not a workbench. First of all, this is not a workbench. This is Ansys Mechanical. The workbench is this one. It's a place where we create our schematic of our project. This is workbench, not this one. But in general, okay. So we can add mechanical APDL from the component system, from the toolbox. Here we can add it on the solution. And we can see some options here to run the Ansys. But in difference with all other things, which when we double click here, it will open Ansys Mechanical or maybe Discovery, Space Claim, Design Modeler, or Engineering Data, and so on, depending on place where we double click. When you double click here, it's open not Ansys. It open the things like this, and these options is the same option which you can edit here. So, okay, this is Mechanical APDL. How to run it? Right click and open Mechanical APDL. We need to wait till it starts. This is classical old school mechanical Ansys APDL. Some people call it the black Ansys, but now Ansys Mechanical Modern is also black, so it's tricky to name. So it's Mechanical APDL or classical Ansys. And for this moment, it doesn't contain anything. So if we do plot elements, for example, it says that there are nothing here. Yep, we put it in Ansys Workbench to our solution, but it doesn't contain anything. But if we open here in the main menu the solution point, general post-pros, and then open the read result and read the first or last set, it will open the result of our calculation. For current moment, because we solve the linear cases with only one step of loading, it's no matter does we load the first step or the last step and so on. But if we have couple load steps or we have the nonlinear solution, it is very important. So when we load, we can see that something changed here, so it finds some information, and we can plot, replot, and even we see the nodes here, and we can plot the elements, and you can see the elements. So it will load not only result, but the mesh additionally. Reason of this is very simple, because result can be present without mesh, because sometimes during solution we have changes in mesh, which changes in number of nodes, in number of elements, and so on, and it doesn't correspond to the previous the mesh. So we need to hold in our result files also model for which we save those results. That's why we obtain those elements. To rotate, we need to push the control on the keyboard and the right mouse button. It's not very common, but it's additional variants. We will not talk today about the Ansys mechanical APDL in general. We talk only about the visualization. So let's check this one. We need plot result, we need to contour plot, and we need to plot nodal solution. Now we can choose from the number which is present here, but we have the favorite one, and one means stress, it's everything which we need for this moment. And as you can see, we have 1485.25. So let's check this one. Averaged result 1485.2, almost the same. And yep, we have here the problem, because full Ansys Classic use the full license, and I have only one license, so I can't work. I can work with couple window of Ansys Mechanical, but cannot work in the same time in Ansys Mechanical and Ansys Mechanical APDL. But it's good enough. So we can plot the element solution. We can plot the element solution with the stress, and it's 1618. It's not the 1860 something which we obtain in an averaged model of this. And as you can see, we have the smooth color almost without bricks, but bricks and steps are present here. So we have the difference, and this is an averaged result. This is an averaged result, not in reason that this is smooth when we far enough, but when we zoom, we see that we have steps here, and this is an averaged result. Unaveraged. Really unaveraged. This is the same result by the type as we obtain here in unaveraged one. But there are some questions. Why we have here 1868 and why we have here the 1619? So let's do some interesting check. And that's not in reasons that we have not present here two model mean with tetras, because maximum was on this model. We can push here, push this button, or can write the command /graphics, and as you can see, it try to help you. Graphics, and the key, as I remember, full. For this moment, nothing changed, but when we redraw with zoom or with plot replot, you can see that we obtain here 1868 point almost 2. And this is a result which we draw and which we obtain in Ansys Mechanical, in modern Ansys Mechanical. This is. So what is the difference and why we have two different results in one version? Many years ago, we need to start the Ansys with this option, Power Graphics On or Power Graphics Off. And during the whole work, we work with one type of these graphics, or with full representation, like at this moment, or with simplified. Today we can simply change it by the button or by the commands on the fly. So what's the difference? The difference is very simple. And in the case full, the Power Graphics On with full result analyze whole number of elements which present on a model, and for any of our node, they take the whole list of elements which connected to this node. And for simplified version, we use only those elements which we can see on the border of current model. If some elements came to our border with something like this, so we have two options. In one option, we calculate all this one. In simplified, we calculate only this and ignore this element. That's why we have some difference. But as you can understand, ignoring of some elements can be much faster when we work with a big model. And 20-30 years ago, on computers that we have, it was very, very important. So this is how different visualization options can influence the visualization of result and numbers that we get, even if we have the same result. The same. Thank you. And if you want to support this channel, you can free to use the Monobase, or buy me a coffee, or simply write a comment with a question or any suggestion. Share, like, and so on. Goodbye.